Hey guys, Emmy Darkman here. Now, it shouldn't be any surprise to you that I'm a big Joji fan. Obviously, I've made a lot of videos about Joji on my main channel. And I also like to collect things, and Joji's discography is no exception. I've basically got the full Joji discography on CD and vinyl and all that fun stuff. But there's always been one thing that I was missing, and that was the Joji Lost Ballads VHS. So back in 2019, Joji released a VHS, that's right, a VHS in 2019, containing effectively what is a vlog. Yes, that's right, we did get Joji vlogs back in 2019. But along with the vlog, there are also 3 songs on the VHS that have never been released in any other album. Now, this VHS was part of a limited run, and I wasn't following that closely at the time, I guess, and so I did miss out on this. And so I've been looking to get one ever since, but they are very rare, and also when they do show up, they're very expensive. But recently one showed up on the website Discogs, and I couldn't resist the opportunity to buy it until I realized that it was not available for shipping to Australia. The item was in the US and the seller just would not post it to Australia. Now, recently I've been buying a bit of stuff from Japan, and I've been using a website called From Japan. They're a proxy shipping service, and I realized that they also had a US proxy shipping service. So you could order stuff in the US and then they would post it to Australia. So I ended up trying to buy the item through them. And while it was all looking good initially, unfortunately they came back and basically said the seller was being a little bit difficult. They had all these weird conditions about selling it, and they didn't think that they were going to be able to ship it to me, and they asked me whether I wanted to cancel. And I sort of just gave up at this point, and I said, look, if by some chance they come through and say that they're willing to do it, let's do it, but otherwise just cancel the order. And then to my surprise, they actually came back to me and said, no, we can do it. Like, if you're happy to go ahead, they've said that they'll do it. So I agreed, and then I waited for the whole proxy process to happen. And sure enough, not too much longer later, this showed up at my door. I couldn't believe that after all that had happened, it had actually finally ended up in my hand. So I was pretty shocked that it actually all panned out in the end, to be honest. So here we go, the very rare, usually very expensive Joji Lost Ballads VHS. So I'll take this out of the bubble wrap and we'll have a good look at it. So we can see there, now it does look like that it's a little bit battered around the edges, but I have sort of had a closer look at this, and that is not damage to the VHS. The VHS is just designed to look like it's damaged. So that little white, I guess, fraying on the edges is actually part of the design. So you can see you have that classic old style Joji logo there. He hasn't used that for quite a while. It says Ballads, Hi-Fi Stereo Video Cassette. Even though it says Ballads, it really doesn't have anything to do with Ballads 1, although it is, I guess, roughly the same time period. It says Lost Ballads there. It is actually a completely different set of songs. None of these songs appear on the Ballads 1 album. So you can see there it says, this Ballads, let's get that in focus. This Ballads video cassette gives you superior performance, extra high grade, crystal clear picture, ultra hi-fi stereo, high resolution color. It says 88 hours recording time, but that's obviously just a nod to 88 Rising, Joji's label. And you can see there's a big lot of text down there, which is TLDR, but you can pause the video and read that if you're interested. Now this has still got some wrapping on it, so I'm just going to go and get my knife and we'll cut that tape and actually open the thing up. Alright, just got to be careful not to break this thing. There we go. Tape is off. Let's take this out of the packaging here. And there it is, finally in my hands, the Joji VHS. I don't think there's much detail that we haven't already seen on the outside, so let me take this tape out of the cassette. That's very interesting. I would have thought it would have come out of the side like a traditional cassette, but it seems to come out of the bottom of the box. So we'll open that up. And you can see, yep, that is indeed a VHS tape that was manufactured in 2019. I didn't even realize they still made these things. I mean, where are you even going to find a VCR player? If my VCR player works, I might be able to try and see if I can play this, but your average person probably isn't going to have one of those lying around. So yeah, it doesn't really give much hints as to what's on here on that label. And on the other side, I mean, it's just a standard cassette. Alright, I did manage to get my VCR working. So we've got the TV here and we've got the VCR down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in the Ballads VHS tape and see if we can get it to play. So we'll just pop that in there. Have I got it the right way around? There we go. Alright, that's starting to play. So we'll just come around here and have a look. Now I'm pretty sure I noticed it was rewound, so it should be playing from the start. Well, it doesn't seem to be playing. Maybe I just need to press play on here. Okay, that seems to have done something. And there it is. There's the big man himself, Joji. So yeah, my understanding is this is somewhat of a vlog with some unreleased music on it. The full video is actually on YouTube, so I'm not going to film the full thing. But yeah, you can see it is a working VHS. It's indeed playing on my like 20-year-old VHS player and works just as expected. But yeah, that is pretty much all there is to say about the Joji Lost Ballads VHS. I never thought I would have one of these in my collection, and I consider myself very lucky to have been able to get one, especially given all that drama I went through with the shipping proxy. At some point I'll probably do a video with my whole Joji / Filthy Frank collection, because I do have a few items of interest there. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's a very interesting thing, very hard to find, and it was the last item that I needed in my collection. Anyway, this has been NB Duckman. Thank you guys so much for watching.